and I finally figured out the reason. We're going to be reviewing a thermal gel that I bought, and or thermal gel. I hate filming videos. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, BunnyBless. I don't usually post YouTube videos, but I thought that this was a video that was worth posting. So, I don't know if you can hear that in the background. That is my PC. It is loud and I cannot stop it. I've tried every method that I could possibly think of to try and stop it. But my computer has been running like complete dookie for the longest time. I just been neglecting. So there's two major things that my computer just is so bad with right now. And I got some pretty nice specs. I will put it up on the screen. If not, I'll just cut this out. But yeah, got some pretty nice specs in my PC, and it should be running, you know, pretty good. Most games, you know, should be running nice. Nowadays, most games are running at 60 FPS and below. My CPU the other day got up to a maximum of 89 degrees. So I just shut off my computer. I was like, no, what is that? Right now it's running fine. It's running at about 37. Right now it's running fine. It's running at about 37 degrees CPU, 47 GPU. It's not that bad. But once a game starts running, it gets insane. Like super insane. So today I'll be fixing those problems. And this is where we're and today I'm going to be fixing those problems. So let's hope the changes I do inside my PC work, and the stuff that I put into my PC also helps as well. So let's get into it. I'm not really good at scripting and stuff, so like most of my videos are going to be like this. But yeah, let's get into it. So I unplugged my PC and moved it to a different area so it's easier to show you guys what's actually going on the inside. Oh, first thing, looking in, you can already see there's many problems with looking in this. This is a gamer's atrocity right here. I'm just, you know, the typical lazy guy, and doing the maintenance on my PC, I always neglect. But if you already look, the first thing wrong with it is dusty. You can already look down here. Oh, sorry, my dreads. You can look down here. I already got dust all over in it. I gotta blow it out and clean it out. That will be used with this bad boy. This is a compressed air blower. I don't like buying compressed cans. I have a straw that goes into the top here that is used as the straw extension. So this was 30 bucks on Amazon. I forgot the brand. The brand is CompuCleaner 2.0. But yeah, that's what I'm going to use to blow it out and clean it out. Also, to wipe down surfaces, I will be using, I would use isopropyl, but since I don't have isopropyl, I'll be using a little bit of this hydrogen peroxide. It's just disinfectant. It's alcohol, so I'd rather use this than water or any soapy based solutions, which you should never put or use to clean out your computer. Alcohol is the best. Or in my cases, when I used to do actual maintenance on my computer back in the day, I would use nail polish remover, but slightly and a little bit watered down, just to decrease that scent, that smell, and obviously the strength of it. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffed right now. Allergy seasons. But so that's the first thing, is the dust. The second thing is the placement of components. Well, this is the second and third thing. So if you see an IO pump, when you're putting the cooling in, the pump itself, where the position is fine. But where the tubes and the actual reservoir is sitting is not fine. So when installing, and I just found this out recently, a buddy of mine told me this, and he was like, that's why my old pump runs pretty loud. So this has to be sitting below the pump itself, and the tubes also have to be flowing in a downward position. You see how my tubes flow up? They flow up and down, and the reservoir is up on the top. So basically what is happening here is that the pump is fighting the reservoir to pump water out and in through the tubes, because there's air being trapped on the reservoir. So when this is flipped over, right? Oh, I think I need to refill it with water. I'm not even too sure. But when this is flipped over, so if this was down here and the tubes are running from here and did like a swirly down motion, then the water will be sitting in the reservoir at the bottom, the initial reservoir, and it wouldn't be fighting. That's what that popping noise is when it sounds like super loud, that me noise. It's the bubbles popping, trying to get the air. So that's the second and third thing that's wrong with my computer. And the fourth thing is more or less cosmetic, but my wire placement, that is just atrocious. Super atrocious. You don't want that. No. But so I'm gonna go ahead and take out everything. Actually, there's a fifth thing. You guys can't see it, but before I did all this, I was having a heating problem and I didn't have thermal paste, and I took the pump off of the CPU, the heatsink off of the CPU, and my thermal paste was all dissolved. It was gone. It was like all crusty, so I cleaned it off, and then instead of using thermal paste, I couldn't buy it at the time, I used toothpaste. It worked. It was a, temporary thing, and now I don't know what's going on under there, but we'll see. We'll find out. What I'll be using to take it apart, I already have it's my trusty tool set. It's dirty. I've had it for years. It's for my computer components, and to the thermal paste that I will be reapplying to my computer is JLJ thermal paste TB133. I'm not too familiar with thermal paste. This was actually one of the cheapest that I could actually find that was in my price range, and the thermal conductivity is actually not that bad. 13.3 watts per millicube. I don't even know what that is, but all I know is that that's supposed to be pretty nice. So we'll set my computer down and we'll open the package and we'll figure out what's going on. All right, so to give you a better look at what I'm going to do, I zoomed in the camera and flipped my thing and tried to get the best bird's eye view possible that I can do with the limited tools that I have. Yeah, all my videos are gonna be super natural. I don't care about slurring my words or any of that. I'm not a scripted person. I feel like natural is the best, but obviously it's appealing to be professional, but I ain't professional. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this out and flipping the whole thing round, and also I'm going to be turning this so this wire has more leeway in the back. I will be plugging this and unscrewing it and cleaning and adding the new heatsink. So I'll probably do this first, and then I will flip that, and then while I'm doing it, I'll probably rearrange these wires so it don't look too disgusting. So let's get into it, shall we? Ugh, look at that. That is disgusting. Just to let everybody know, I totally forgot. All this filming is done off of my iPhone, so if the quality gets a little bit more blurry when zooming in, then I apologize. But this is the after of 1 day of using toothpaste. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be way worse than that. It's actually not that like crispied on and like crackling as before. Like it's like a powder, which is still bad, but I'm gonna clean that off. And this is the bottom of the heatsink, which is actually not that bad. So I'll give those guys A little clean skis. So I cleaned off the bottom of the heatsink. The toothpaste did leave like a impression on it, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. It is cleared off. That is just an impression that I can't get off. It's like it's stained. So I'm gonna clean off the processor, see if the same thing is the same, and we'll go from there. So that's the processor. I know it is bad to take out and touch with your hands, but like I'm in a rush. So when I put it back and test it, let's hopefully that it works. If it doesn't, that is gonna be the worst day of my life. I don't even care. But we're gonna clear it and see what's going on. So that is the best that I could do besides the little chunks in the corners there. Pretty clear. I forgot it was an i7. That's pretty nice. But let's put it back in and put the thermal paste on and set everything back up. All right, so I put it in, and now it's time to apply the thermal paste. Okay, so we're gonna open it up, and we're gonna here, let me zoom out. Actually, we're gonna open it up and find out what's in here, because I'm excited to see what it comes with. So we got our thermal paste, which is 6 grams of it. So I have enough, a hefty amount. We got our thermal paste. We also have, I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, this is an application guide. I guess I gotta go to there to apply it, but I already know how to apply paste. Well, at least I think I do. So this, get rid of. And then it comes with your thermal paste kit. So it is garbage, which it says on the package. It is garbage, so I can throw it out. Obviously. So when we open up this little thing here, so we got 2 grease cleaners. So this is to please seal it after use and store it once. Wait, what? Once open, please seal it after use and store in an air container to keep from dry. Don't swallow. Oh, so these are actually reusable. They're actually reusable, but it comes with 2. So one is a wet wipe, one is a dry wipe. That is pretty cool. That's nice that it comes with all that. So, whoa, what the fuck? So we got this card. So it's the application for CPU and GPU. So how to use: clean the CPU and heat sink surfaces. Wipe the surface slightly with a cotton ball or cotton swab. Dampen with our thermal cleanser. Place a tiny drop of thermal grease to the center of the cooler base. Smear it evenly with scraper. Best thickness is okay. All right. Attach the heatsink to the processor and avoid removing heatsink after installing it. Okay, cool. So that is the spreader. And, or actually, what the fuck? That would have been better if it didn't just fall on the floor. And I'm gonna have to clean it off, but here is a thin. So you put the dot on, and then you put that on, and then bada boom, bada bing, but it fell on the floor, so I'm gonna have to clean that off. And then we have a scraper. I guess that's for a different way of doing it, but hey, at least we got it. So I repositioned the camera to better help you guys see how I'm going to apply it. Yeah, it's in an awkward position for me, so I might end up doing a big fail, but who knows? We'll see. gonna clear off this thing that I dropped on the floor. And we'll get started. So first I'm going to rip this apart and clean off both surfaces with the wet wipe. So first I'm gonna clean off the CPU because that is what I'm going to be applying first. I probably am not gonna reuse this. I can always just buy wet wipes and use that. So this is it. It's not too big, but it's pretty big. It's gonna get the job done, so I'm gonna go in there. Sorry if my hand gets in the way. I don't wanna touch any of the other stuff, so let's just wipe that down. Let's get all that grease off. Maybe it'll get the excess toothpaste and stuff off as well. Let's see. So, looks like it is. Feels like it is. And I guess it didn't, so let's wipe off the oh god damn, I can't take this out of the case because I didn't go in the back and plug out the IO cable. So let's wipe this down. Let's see if it gets off. I already know the copper already eroded in the middle. That is so bad. But you live and you learn now, right? So that's that cleaned off. Now it's time to dry them. So let's set this back down and open up the dryer. And let's dry these bad boys. So let's dry this first because I already have it in my hand. Give it a nice dry off feel. I don't like the way that looks, but it's whatever. So that's all dried off. Now it is time for the thing. God damn, I'm so sorry. Time for this bad boy. Let's dry this off a little bit. Give it a couple wipes. And now we are going to apply the thermal paste. So the last time I applied this, I just put a little dab in the middle of it, like boom, and then I spread it around. Well, I didn't spread it, I just put the thing on, or the heatsink on top, and it did everything for me. So if I could find out how the hell I actually open this, because like I can't open this. Like I'm trying, but I can't. I don't know if that is what I'm supposed to do, but I can't get it open. Well, I'll get it. I'll get it. Am I like constipated or something? Okay, I got it. Yeah, it was a plastic barrier. Keep forgetting about those. So that's that. So I'm gonna open that and put a little dab of that in the center of the heatsink. So about that's probably a little too much, but everybody tells me it's always better to use more than less. So now we're gonna take our little plastic clear thing and we're going to set that on top. I'm gonna squish that down. And then use a spreader to spread it. So if you see, this is used to get it to all surfaces or to much corners as possible. I don't want it, I'm sorry that you cannot see this. I'm doing it from behind the camera, so it's kind of hard. So I'm using this and pushing it and trying to get it to spread over to the other surface areas of the CPU. but it is actually more difficult than I thought. But I am getting it. So I'm gonna cover as much as, oh damn it, see that? Right there, oh fuck. I don't know if you can see, but I kind of spewed off into the edge of no return by accident because I am rushing this, which I don't want to, but I'm trying to cover as much as the area as I can. Like that. And then I could take this off. Alright guys, so there it is. That is the changes that I made. Now you can see that the reservoir is at the bottom. This is sitting above the reservoir but below the actual radiator head, which is nice. This is sitting in front, but after enough conditioning, I'll be able to condition it and it will turn the way I want it. But that should reduce all that bullshit noise that I had in the computer. So I'm gonna set it back up, plug it in, and see where we're at. Let's hope that my computer does not blow up. All right, so after plugging it in and turning on my computer, after under some load, my CPU is running at 63, 55, around there. So it's optimal temperatures. That's good, so that means it's working. Now, I don't like how the hoses are blocking the NZXT inside of my thing, because that shows me, so the NZXT shows me the temperature of my CPU. So if it goes red, that means it's going hotter. Orange, you know, green means it's good. And then the ring around it is my GPU. So I don't like how that ring is blocking my vision of it, but it's whatever. It's working nice. The noise, that loud noise that you heard in the beginning, it is done, it's gone, but there's this new noise that I'm hearing, but I think that's because it's trying to get the air out of the reservoir. So after I think a little running time, a little bit more running, it will slowly go away. Like I can already hear the bubbles like dissipating and it going away slightly. So overall, it is working nice. So right now there's no load, like heavy load. So I forgot I reset my PC, so I don't have any games. But right now everything's running good. So I can't complain. I can't complain. Those stats are looking pretty optimal to me. So actually, let's go to PC monitoring. So the CPU temperatures, the clock, the fan RPMs is still running high, which is whatever. GPU's not running because nothing's running, but the load is way less significant than before. That is nice. That noise is getting louder, so I don't know what's going on, but that should have prevented that noise, is the flipping of the thing. We'll see after a repeated amount of running. We'll see what happens. But yeah, overall good. I'm gonna download a couple of things and run load and see how much the temperature goes up.